Good morning and Jain class. I hope everybody must have joined and is attentive in today's class. Yes, hopefully you all must be trying to do something new, something creative every day and must be trying to learn something new each and every moment of the class. So, with the same feeling, your ma'am has brought a new topic to teach you in today's class. Today, we are going to study verb voice. Clear? As voice is a part of verb, so we studied this topic under verb. In today's class, I will tell you what is voice, what are the different types of voice, how to use them, how the sentence are formed under this topic. Different types of sentences are formed. So now I am going to share my screen with you and first of all we study what is voice, children. So voice is that property of verb which shows whether the subject is doer or receiver of an action. It means that the voice describes the relation of the verb in the sentence with the subject and object, what relation that verb has. Okay, here in the sentence you can see that the subject, whether the subject is doer or receiver of an action. So first of all, let's try to understand what is doer or receiver. So children, doer means the person doing the work. Receiver means the person who is receiving that work to be done by someone else. Means when the subject is the performer of an action, so that subject is doer. But when the subject receives that action being done by someone else, so that in that case the subject is my receiver, then the subject is known as recipient. Clear? So whenever the subject is doer, the sentence is called active. When the subject is the receiver, the sentence is called passive. So that same active and passive forms we are going to study in today's class. So basically the voice is of two types, active voice and passive voice. So first of all, let's try to understand what is active voice. Active voice means when the subject is the performer, when the verb of a subject is doer of an action, when the subject himself is doing that action, the sentence is called an active voice. Means in a sentence, the most important part is my subject. So that subject is the doer of the action in the sentence, so that sentence is an active sentence. Here it is written, Ram cleaned the room. Can you identify the subject, verb and object in the sentence? Because when I know my subject, verb and object, only then I can further use them properly in passive voice. Clear? So first of all, this is very important to know the subject, verb and object in a sentence. Here Ram cleaned the room. So Ram is my subject, cleaned is my verb and the room is object. Now let's check the subject is a doer or a receiver that action. Ram cleaned the room. Who has cleaned the room? Ram. Ram himself has done the work. So Ram is doer and the sentence is an active sentence, because here the importance is given, my main attention has been given to the doer. How can we identify that attention, the importance in a sentence, means to which word the importance has been given in a sentence? Because by looking at the subject. When the stress is given on the doer, so that doer will be your subject. When the stress is given on the receiver, then that receiver becomes your subject. And that sentence is known as passive sentence. Clear? Now here, let's find out who is the receiver of this action. Ram cleaned is the action that has been done by Ram, and the room has been cleaned. So the room is my receiver, and the receiver is the object here. Or whether you can say this that in a sentence your object is always the subject of the passive sentence. Okay, so I hope it must be clear to everybody what is active voice. Active voice means when the subject is my doer. When the subject of the sentence is the performer of the action, that sentence is known as active sentence. Now, what is passive voice or passive sentence? When the verb of a subject is receiver of an action, means when the subject of the sentence is experiencing that action, so that sentence is called a passive sentence. Now once again, let's take the same sentence. Ram cleaned the room. This sentence was in active voice, and this sentence, Ram was my subject, cleaned was the verb, the action he did, and the room is my object. Clear? Now let's convert it into passive. I told you that in a passive sentence, the subject becomes the receiver. What is the subject of a passive voice sentence? That the receiver of an action. So who is the receiver in this sentence? The room. So the room will be my subject in passive. Now verb. What is verb? It is cleaned. It is in past tense. So children, take care. While converting the sentence into passive, the tense never ever changes. No change will be made in tense. And before using the verb in passive, we add verb with the object with to be form of the verb. Like the sentence is in past tense, so here it will be was cleaned. And main verb is always used in past participle form. Clear? I will discuss all these rules one by one. Okay? Right now, just pay attention. The room was cleaned. Now, as object became the subject of passive, so now the subject of active will become object of passive. So the room was cleaned by Ram. Okay, so how I have changed the active sentence into passive? By making object of active as subject of passive, and the subject of active as a object of passive. Clear? So while converting the active sentence to passive, the rules that I have followed, that were in 4 steps. Basically, I followed 4 steps while forming a passive sentence. What are those 4 steps? The first step was put the object of active sentence in the beginning of passive. The room, I have used the room in the beginning of passive sentence. Okay, so put the object of active sentence in the beginning of passive. Now, second rule, join the verb to be in the same tense in passive. Means in whatever tense the active sentence is, in the same tense the sentence will retain in passive also. We will, if it is in present tense in active, so the passive sentence will also be in present only. If it is in past, so in passive it will retain in past only. If it is in future, so it will retain in future tense only in the passive. The tense should not be changed. Cleared? Now the third step while forming the passive sentence is put the main verb in the past participle form. I hope the verb forms must be clear to everyone. It must be learned to everyone. Present form, past form, and past participle form. So in passive sentences, the main verb is always in past participle form. Okay, so main verb is always used in past participle form, that we also call as V3 form. Cleared? Now the fourth and the last steps in the formation is used by before subject. Means the subject that becomes the object of passive, we join it with by. Clear? So once again I repeat all the 4 steps. The first step is put the object of the active sentence in the beginning of passive. Join the verb to be in the same tense in passive. Put the main verb in the past participle form. And the last step is use by before subject. Now here once again I have taken the same sentence. Ram cleaned the room. And we will check all these 4 steps one by one while forming the passive sentence. Okay. So for the first step says that the first rule says put the object of the active sentence in the beginning of passive. So what is object in this sentence? The room. So the room will come in beginning. Join the verb to be in the same tense in passive. Right now the sentence is in past tense. So what will be the to be form in past? Was or verb. As the subject is singular, so I will use was. Cleared? Now third step. Put the main verb in the past participle form. What is my main verb? Clean. So what the past participle form of clean is cleaned. So the room was clean. 3 steps have been followed. Now fourth. According to fourth rule, use by before subject. So it will be by Ram. So now the sentence is the room was cleaned by Ram. It is converted. Children, if you keep all these 4 steps while forming a passive sentence, so you are never ever going to make the mistake. Clear? So while converting an active sentence to passive, follow all these 4 steps, all these 4 rules one by one. Check your sentence on these 4 rules one by one, so you are not going to make any mistake in your formation. Clear? Now we will see how the sentences are structured under different tenses. Okay. Now before we proceed, I must clear you one thing. The future continuous tense and the perfect continuous tense, they don't have their passive forms. What are the tenses that they don't have passive forms? Future continuous and perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. All these 3 plus future continuous tense. These 4 tenses don't have their passive forms. Sorry. Now let's see. The first tense is simple present. In simple present tense, the sentence is he writes a letter. So he writes a letter. As the sentence is in present tense, so the to be form will be is, am, are, and that will be used according to the subject. Clear? If the subject is singular, is. If the subject is plural, are. So here again, just remember those 4 steps that I told you while forming a passive sentence, and check each sentence accordingly. He writes a letter. My subject is a letter. So a letter is written by him. Now second, and now in simple past tense. In simple past tense, what will be to be form? Was or were? So if the sentence is he wrote a letter, so it will be a letter was written by him. Here once check all the 4 steps that we have to follow while forming. My object must come first. Second, to be form will be used to join the verb. Third, the main verb is always in past participle form, and the last step is the subject is joined with by. Okay, we use by to join the subject. Now, in simple future tense, children, if the sentence is he will write a letter, so the sentence in passive will be a letter will be. With will, I have used be. Will be. Nobody is going to write will written because will takes V1 form, present form of the verb, and in that case I am using be here. So will be written by him. Now, same as in present continuous tense, here the structure of the sentence will be a bit changed because in continuous we use verb ing form. So in present continuous tense, if the sentence is he is writing a letter, so a letter is being, because I have to join it with to be form. So which be form is used in continuous tense? Verb ing form, and that is why I am using being, being. So a letter is being written by him. So now in past continuous tense, suppose the sentence is he was writing a letter, so the structure in passive will be a letter was being written by him. Future continuous tense, in future continuous tense the sentence don't have their passive form, as I told you in the beginning. Future continuous tense can't be converted into passive. Its structure is already in passive. Clear? Now, if the sentence is in present perfect tense, where we use has and have, so the structure of the sentence in passive will be a letter has been. Here we use V3 form with has, have. That is why ma'am has used past participle form of be. So a letter has been written by him. Same as in past perfect tense. Earlier the sentence was in present perfect. Now in past perfect tense, if the sentence is he had written a letter, so the what will be in passive? A letter had been. And we are not supposed to change the tense. Still in passive, the sentence is in past perfect only. Can you see that? HAD, had been written. This had been written is showing the passive structure of the sentence in past perfect tense. So had been written by him. Now in future perfect tense, if the sentence is he will have written a letter, so in passive it will be a letter will have been written by him. This will have been is showing the tense, and written is my main verb in past participle form. So that is why the structure of the sentence is a letter will have been written by him. Now, as I told you, perfect continuous tenses don't have their passive form. So that's why there is a cross with passive. Clear? I hope this must be clear to everybody. In simple tense, we only use be form plus past participle form of main verb. In continuous, to be form, that is ing. In present continuous is mr plus being plus past participle form of main verb. Same as in past continuous, was were plus being plus past participle form of main verb. And in perfect tense, has or have. In present perfect tense, has or have plus been plus past participle form of main verb. While in past perfect tense, we use had plus been plus the past participle form of main verb. Now let's check once again whatever we have learned in today's class. So I have prepared a revision exercise. Okay, so one by one we solve it. My first sentence is, my mother cooks tasty food. Clear? Now, so you have to, before forming the passive sentence, just remember, recollect all the four steps that I told you in the formation of the passive sentence. Place the object in the beginning, then join the verb to be in the same tense. The main verb will be in past participle form and use by before subject. So my mother cooks tasty food. Here, what is the object? Tasty food. So tasty food will come in the beginning. As the sentence is in present tense, cooks. So that is why I have used is. So tasty food is cooked by my mother. Clear? Now the second sentence is, she was making a beautiful portrait. Can you identify the tense of this sentence? Was making, past continuous. Okay, so be ready, use the right tense while using use the right tense of the sentence. Clear? She was making a beautiful portrait. What is object here, children? A beautiful portrait. So a beautiful portrait was being made by her. Clear? Now the third sentence is, they have not won the first prize. Have not won. The you have is showing that the sentence is in perfect, present perfect tense. And what is my object? The first prize. So the sentence in passive will be, the first prize has not been won by them. Clear? Now, next sentence, the gardener didn't water the plants. Didn't water. Did is my verb. Didn't water. In which tense it is? In simple past. Okay? And what is my object? The plants. So, place the object in the beginning. The plants. Yes. The plants were not watered by the gardener. Yes. Now look at the next one. He is watching a horror movie now. Now find out the verb first. Identify the tense of the sentence. Is watching. Is watching means it is in present continuous tense. Now second thing, find out the object. A horror movie. So place the object in the beginning and then follow all the four steps. So a horror movie is being watched by him now. Cleared? Now the last sentence is, I will purchase a new dress. I will purchase a new dress. Can you tell me the tense of this sentence? Future tense. It is in simple future tense. Because future continuous doesn't have its passive form and it is not. It is in simple future tense. I will purchase a new dress. And what is object in this? A new dress. So what will be the passive form? A new dress will be purchased by me. Clear? So once again check all the passive sentences, that have we followed all the four steps in the formation or not? My object is in the beginning of the passive. The object of the active sentence is the subject of my passive. So you can see that in the first sentence, tasty food was the object. So tasty food is the subject in passive. A beautiful portrait in the second sentence is the object. So that is the subject in second passive sentence. A beautiful portrait. In the third sentence, what is object? The first prize. So the same is the subject of the passive. Now check the second rule. verb is joined with to be form in the same tense. My first sentence is in present tense, so I have used is. My second sentence is in past continuous tense, so I have used was being. Continuous, past continuous, was being. Third sentence is in present perfect tense, so I have used has not been, as it was an negative sentence. It was a negative sentence, that's why not is used. Okay, now the fourth sentence, that is in simple past tense, so I have used were not. Fine. Now check the third rule. The main verb is always in past participle form. In the first sentence, the main verb is cook, so I have used cooked as a past participle form of cook. Now in the second sentence, making. Making is your main verb. So what is the past participle form of making? Made. Make, made, made. So made is used. Same as in the third one, win, won. So one is the past participle form, same form has been used. Now the last fourth step. The subject we use by before the subject in passive. So you can see in all the sentences that I have used by my mother, because my mother was the subject. In the second sentence, she was the subject, so converted to her. By her. They pronoun is converted to third person. By them. Same as the gardener. By the gardener. He. By him. I. By me. Clear? So that's all for today's class, children. Tomorrow we will solve the book exercises. So I want you all to please try or to solve all the exercises on your own in the book itself only. Okay? And tomorrow we will discuss those exercises. That's all for today's class, children. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.